We've come a long, long way together, through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should. I
everybody. Right on time. New year, new me. New birth, new me. How we doing? How we doing? Oh, what a great song to kick off the birthday. Everybody sing it with me. Come on, Farley. This is one of Mama's favorite songs. As it seems. Hi, everyone. Never this before. Come here. Come here. Come here. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Open up and see. Here is me. Way to be. I know I dressed up a little bit. I'm wearing pink. Who is she? Who is she? Scooter, thank you for the 17 months. Midnight Gem, thank you for the 13 months. Kayla, thank you for the 3 months. Champagne Mango, thank you for the 18 months. Old Sickback, thank you for the tier 1. S6, thank you for the 37 months. Hexing, thank you for the 24 months. Valerie, thank you for the 10 months. That copy pasta, let me see it. Happy birthday. I gotta read it in Jennifer Coolidge's voice. Happy birthday, you sexy slut. It's time to celebrate your squirt day with some cake. Be sure to blow out all the candles so your wishes and wet dreams can all come true. On this day, a beautiful baby was born who loved to suck. Okay, this song in the background on some big milky titties. So let's party with a birthday blowout bash. With friends and fun and lots of confetti. Be sure to wear your slutty birthday suit. I ruined your childhood? Good. Look, all of us have to have our childhoods ruined at one point. That was traumatizing? Great. Excellent. That's what I wanted for my birthday, is to traumatize you. You know, I always got to make it weird. Always got to make it weird. Unjal, thank you for the 14 months subbed on your birthday. Hell yes. Absolutely. Oh, Farley. Another birthday. It's just another day. It's just a day like any other day. Congrats on making it to 33. Thank you. I'll take it. Oh, you look stunning. Oh, gee. Oh, thanks. Did Farley give me any more surprise presents? Well. Farley, you want to tell everyone what you did last night? How you just wouldn't calm the fuck down. Eric's, thank you for the 17 months. Made some quick art as a prezi for you. Oh, can't wait to see. Oh, hold on a second. Wait a minute. I look so cool. Oh, let's go. My favorite thing about that shoot is that Sam, I don't know if she's ever smoked a cigarette in her life, and it was hilarious because we're like, let's do cigs. let's throw some cigs in the mix. Thank you so much, Tavia. That's super rad. Thank you. Is that Fashion? No, that's from the Let Me Know photo shoot. Anyway, R.I.P. Ask her about when she had to buy her coworkers cigs. Okay, I'll make a mental note of that. This is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so last night, there was a fly. The fly that has been in my room. The fly. I have not been able to get rid of this thing. And it was zipping around, and I tried to kill it. I've been trying to kill it, and I just can't. I've been failing. And Farley, every time this fly zipped past, he just shot up and immediately would sprint out the door. And I'm like, where are you going? Where are you going? And then I'd go out in the dark, and he'd just be sitting there in the dark. I was like, come on, let's go to bed. Come on. And it just kept happening. And finally I closed the door, and then he would still get up and scratch at the door. I was like, Farley, you know what? Fuck it. I don't need to sleep. So, terrible night of sleep. Nothing, you know what? I think your birthday, you should wake up feeling like shit. I think that's, I think that's just how it's supposed to be done. Anyway, this morning, I wake up and I go, I'm gonna kill this fucking fly. I've had enough. I am 33 years old. I shall not be ruled. I shall not be ruled by this goddamn fly in my own house, in my own bedroom. So I made a thwacker. I just took a shirt and I like braided it up. And I was like, Xena, the warrior princess. And I hunted that thing down and I fucking finally killed it. I did it. No, the vacuum didn't work. No. But that was the first thing that I did for my birthday. I got that old bastard. I got him. Look at all these drawers open. Clearly, we were setting up a lot of tech stuff today. I'm like, L Hawkeye, thank you for the 32 months. So that was how I started off my birthday. And then I also went to CVS, which was very exciting. And I found this, and I texted this to Sam. I was like, it's giving you and me when we've been possessed by demons. Look at that fuck-ass Bob. Like, why does this exist? What is this? But also, why is this us, but in demon form? When content has finally sucked our souls out and we just become demons. Did you buy it? I didn't buy it. Maybe I should have bought it. Like, I just can't get over that hair. Like, what's happening there? What's going on? I know, I do have so many curse dolls in my place already. Maybe I don't need another one. Dragon Army, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Fatal Felony, thank you for the gifted. KP, thank you for the 9 months. Christina, thank you for the bits. Blast Spam, thank you for 36 months. El Hawkeye, thank you for the 32 months. Old Sickback, Christina, thank you for the bits. Nat, thank you for the 28 months. Hogan, thank you for the gifted. Ma'am, let her live her Bob life. Indeed. You know what? That'll be me soon. That will be me. If Let Me Know was still going, it would have been a great set prop. It would have been for Halloween. Yeah. Anyway, okay. I'm sweating. I love you, but you're like a heater. You're like a heater. What else can I say? I don't know. Words of wisdom? I don't got them. You know the thing about your birthday is it really is just another day. Your birthday really is, you wake up and you go, am I supposed to feel different? Can you glance at a Discord DM real quick? Oh, no, hit me. I'm running late from work, determining how much. Okay. No. Well, if you need more time, no rush. So, okay, here's how I think things are going to go. Will and we're doing a co-op gaming sponsor. Nothing like gaming on my birthday. Nothing like gaming with my boo on my birthday. So we're doing that co-op. I'm not sure what time. I know he's doing Rust right now. Probably. Okay, here's the thing. I don't want to do it too late because I do want to try to attempt to do my birthday cake again. Round 2. I told Will about the cake because he got home this morning from Boston and I told him what happened last night. Said it was a disaster. It was a disaster. And so you know what he did? He ordered pineapple upside down ice cream, which I didn't even know was a thing. But now I have pineapple upside down ice cream that I can have with ostensibly the pineapple upside down cake. So it might be late night. It also, I have to factor in it takes like an hour and 20 minutes to bake in the oven. So we can just like figure something out to do while that's happening. But yeah, I'm thinking that we'll probably do start the gaming sponsor. I want to try no later than 8:30. So that'll give maybe like 8 to 8:30. Maybe that'll do so like 2 hours. Then that's 2 hours. And then try to make the cake. Apparently my dad is making this for my sister Cece. Her birthday is October 1st. 2 days after mine. When I was a child and I had issues, my mom, so when Genevieve, my middle sister, was born, the first thing I said to my mom when we went to go visit the baby in the hospital, I was like, okay, that's great. Can you put her back in your stomach? Like, can you put her back in your stomach now? Is that how that works? No, it didn't. So then when our brother, Jack, was born, Jen and I cried, but together this time. So we were sad together. So we cried together. And then by the time Cece, who's the baby, whose birthday is in 2 days, by the time she was going to be born. Okay. So by this point, I'm like, all right, whatever. I have a big family. That's how it goes. I'm going to have to just fight my way to get attention. That's how it is. Okay. I've accepted. I'm a big girl now. I'm all grown up. My mom went into labor on my birthday. She had to go to the hospital. Helix, thank you. Holy moly, 33 gifted subs. I wonder what the 33 number could be. I wonder. Thank you so much, Helix. So yeah, so by that point, by kid number 5, I really thought that I was going to have it together. I really thought I was like, okay, you can't get upset this time. You're fine. Your big sister, multiple times over. Then she went to the hospital on my birthday, so it was the worst one yet. But now I have 4 amazing siblings, so. It is so funny to be in a big family, and maybe other people can relate to this, where when I was younger, it was the worst. It was the worst because, one, it was always hand-me-downs or like clothes that I had to buy with my own money from working, and then my sister would steal. You had no space, like sharing bedrooms, no space. That's why I used to go out. Once I discovered my window would open out to the roof, I would go out onto the roof just to get some space. But then my siblings discovered my roof secret. So then they started going out on the roof too. I was like, can't I get a break? Is there nowhere that can just be mine? Same with when I was really little, I was obsessed with the secret garden. And so in the back of our house, there was like this little woods area. And so I would go back there and I found this little kind of, this little area like behind some branches. And so I thought, oh, this is going to be my secret garden. And I would like go out there and I would read and I would bring flowers and stones and stuff. And then my siblings found my secret garden. But all that to say, when I was younger, it was hell being a big family. But then getting older, I don't know at what point it was. I don't know at what point I realized like I was very lucky to have the family that I have and to have all my siblings. I don't even know, like, if college was when I calmed down. I definitely was, like, cooler when I would come back home and be like, what's up, kids? Like, I was better. No, I think it was like maybe my 20s when I really started to appreciate my siblings, like really, really, really. Not, it's, yeah, loved them, all that. But as I've gotten older, like especially my relationship with my sisters, the four of us, there's, that sister bond, that sister relationship. You really do have three I have three built-in best friends. Like if I were to get married, like it's nice because I go, oh, if I do bridesmaids, there we go. I got three of them. My sister's her birthday the day after mine, one of 8. Ooh, even bigger than my family. It's better as you get older as you can gang up on your parents. Thank you, Jay Marianne. Thank you, everyone, for the birthday wishes. Yes, that is definitely a factor. You get older and your parents drive you nuts in different ways, and then your siblings are the only people in the world who like fully understand, your parents. It, like, you're like, yeah, these are our parents. But anyway, I'm grateful. I know I'm lucky to have great siblings. So shout out to them. Willie. Bless you, Willie. Bless you. Slattern, thank you for the 10 gifted sibs. Mina, thank you for the 6 months. Other birthday memories. Let me think. My favorite birthday was my 16th birthday. No, well, when I was a teenager. 13th birthday was hell, because that was the one where the mean girl at school decided to throw a party the same night I was having my birthday party, where we were going to do like nails and masks and all that shit. And this bitch threw a party the same night. And some people didn't come to my birthday because of that. But my 16th birthday was great because that was the first time that I got to go to the opera, like with the seats that we had. Prior to that, I had gone to outdoor operas before, but this was the first time I went to the Lyric in Chicago. So my 16th birthday present, since I knew I wasn't getting a car, I asked for tickets to go to the Lyric opera to see Tosca. So my mom and I went to that. And then other good birthdays. 21, obviously, don't really remember much of it, but it was fun. We used to do these things called shop books. I don't know if anyone did that in college. So you would, like, one of your friends would decorate a book, and then the idea was to have at least 21 people do a page. What are you doing for 25? The idea was to have each friend make one page. So they decorate it, they put pictures, and then it says like shot, time, signature. So it's STX. So it was whatever type of shot you took, the time that you took it at, and then your signature. Because the whole thing was that, well, nobody took fucking 21 shots, but it was supposed to be like as the night wore on, your handwriting got worse. Like, oh, which one is this? And so we would, for our birthdays in college, we would go bar hopping and someone would lug the book around, the shop book. And then sometimes, like, you know, you'd go up to strangers and be like, it's her 21st birthday. Woo! And they'd be like, oh, I'll buy you a shot. So then there were extra pages in the book that they could fill out. And then you would sign, they would sign. My 21st birthday was during COVID. I'm so sorry. Ugh. Just have a different one. Something bad happens pretty much every year on my birthday. Are you Will Neff? Is this Will Neff's alt account? Have I finally discovered Beach is just Will's alt account? I'll tell you what I've told him. Change your birthday. Just do it. Who cares? It's not real. I mean, sort of. Pick a different day, you know? something that has meaning to you. We're like, yes, it's going to be your birthday, and, you know, that's what it is on the birth certificate, but you can pick a day where you're like, this to me is my birthday. 9/11. Yep, yeah, well, you know, sure. Interesting to choose 9/11 as the new birthday. Shopbook is the original TikTok trend of I'm only having 2 drinks tonight and cutting to them being hammered. Yeah, well, when I was in college, we didn't have the TikTok. But if we did, we maybe would have been making those. Oh my God, who took Miriam? Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Who took you? Who took Miriam? Do we know? Have we found out? P. Barretto, thank you for the 4 months. Guapoco, thank you for the bits. I don't care if you really like weed, don't pick 420. Ah, come on. Live a little. My birthday's tomorrow, and since I turned 30, it's like my B-day is cursed. No! No more cursed birthdays. Look, here's my thoughts on birthdays, okay? Here's my thoughts. A birthday can feel like a lot because I think too, as you get older, it's like, oh, I've gotten older, and I think you can feel bad about yourself, you know, because I think there's just these expectations for birthdays. There's always these expectations. Like, I used to have way more expectations for my birthday, both in just how I would celebrate it and what I don't know, like what I thought I would accomplish. Like, I was just so intense about birthdays. And it always kind of, it would leave me feeling hollow. So really it was like, I think probably COVID. My 28th birthday was during COVID, didn't do shit. And then turning 30 was a big thing too. And then after that, I don't know. I've kind of, it's, you know, it's this, I've said this before. It is this weird thing of like, when you're in your 20s, you just put all these expectations. You expect things to be a certain way. You think that you think you're so old. And I also think then you think there's, you know, so much that you should be doing, because your 20s can be weird in that some people, I mean, this can go for any decade, but especially in your 20s, it's like half your friends are dirt broke, no, don't have 2 nickels to rub together, and then the other half, like, successful, right? Seem to be accomplishing the things that you're supposed to be doing. And if you're in the camp of just totally broke, rather than understanding that your 20s are, you know, you're young, and if you went to college, like it was 4 years and then you're just out in the world for the first time. Or if you didn't go to college, like even still that decade, I look back on it, I was like, that was a decade where it's about exploration. It's about, you know, trying things. And just kind of trying to, I don't know, just have a bigger picture of the world than I think 20-something-year-olds do. Because in my 30s, it's like, okay, I'm older than I was in my 20s, but I am more relaxed in ways that I was not. I feel, I mean, yes, I am more, to be fair, I'm more financially stable than I was in my 20s, but it's more of mentality of like, I don't have to do everything, you know, oh, my birthday comes around, there's a lot of things I haven't done, or I'm not, you know, all these goals that I had. I always had so many fucking goals, just constantly, but goals that were like, maybe that's a goal that we're not going to do in the span of 1 year. Like every birthday I would write down things for myself, like that you need to do this, have to get this done. So then if my birthday rolled around and I hadn't done it, it was like, you're a piece of shit. You suck. Thanks. That eases some worries I've had. You know what? Okay. This is about to be sad for a second. But I think there's a person who wrote about what I'm talking about and did so in a really beautiful and much better way than I could explain. And the reason it's sad is because this person died a couple days ago. They were a writer named Caleb Horton. I don't know if anyone was familiar with Caleb Horton's work, but I think he was in his 30s. He was a magazine writer. He wrote about, he was one of the great music magazine writers who wrote about music legacies and music legends. But I think he just was born too late. Like, this is a person who just never got the opportunities that he really should have gotten, because magazine writing is just it's not a career like it used to be. But anyway, so Caleb Horton was great. I read his pieces on David Lynch. I think read his piece on Merle Haggard, and he just was really good about writing about great dead men, dead men who were legends, specifically in the music industry. But anyway, there's one part here. Let me find it in my. It's not a Caroline stream without a beautiful eulogy. Yeah, you know, that's how we do it. JD's, thank you for the 6 months. Happy birthday, Caroline. Thank you for being such a breath of fresh air on this platform, especially in these troubling times. When you find yourself in times of trouble, watch this stream and don't stop watching. Thank you, Wonder Gal. That's very sweet. Thank you. Okay. I think I posted this on my Instagram. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Hem. 2025 so far. I wish I had a time machine so I could go back in time and talk to my dad in 1988, just before I was born, and tell him what it's like to live in the future. I'd tell him all the amazing things that are happening. Francis Ford Coppola is still working, but it's weird and he can't get financing. The Rolling Stones are still together. Ringo Starr's new album is better than you'd think. David Letterman has this huge beard and wants to look like a cross between a billionaire and a moonshiner.
There's a Western nighttime soap called Yellowstone that you and all your friends are obsessed with. We all have pocket-sized computers now. You can look up encyclopedia articles and stuff, but you'll mostly use it for checking the stock market and playing a game called Candy Crush. It's really just something to do with your hands, like cigarettes. Life is mostly a string of subscription services you get from the computer. Nobody will ever buy a house again, and the American dream is dead, but not in a way you'd immediately notice. Then I go win the lottery a few times and put in a bid on the Sheetz Goldstein residence. The first month of 2025 has been one of those, oh no, we're living in history moments, a singularly American onslaught of death and degradation moving at the speed of light. I won't list any of the bullshit that's taking place because it's not helpful. It just sucks and everybody knows it sucks and we can't do much about it. The speed of all that death and degradation deadens the brain, which those responsible are well aware of. They did it that way on purpose and it basically works. When I ask friends how they're doing, I get a lot of sighs and long pauses. A lot of those poignant silences are about football, which sucks too, but still. Nobody I know is in a good mood. I'm almost a year into my launch a paid newsletter while also wildly cutting back on social media because I'm a genius experiment. No idea what I've learned from that, but I know being online is a drug and so is news. They are both addictions that rewire your brain to be miserable and maybe worse, to anticipate being miserable. Okay, and then this is the part that I saw people posting on Twitter. I also have advice. Everybody loves reading advice on the computer, so I'll share it. The best thing you can do right now is log off as hard as you can, except for this stream. Okay, after this stream, then you can log off. Go outside, talk to people in real life where it's actually kind of rude to talk about the news. Try to actually see the friends you usually just text message. Go for a long drive and turn the phone off while you do it. Get back into your hobbies or pick one and learn it for a while. Watch one of those studio movies that reviews called Wildly Miscalculated and you haven't seen since high school. Play an album you like but find embarrassing. Go to free community events even if they sound stupid. If you take the freeway, try the surface streets. Go to a bad diner and just order some bad coffee because even bad coffee is good coffee. You can't help anybody when you're exhausted and keep posting 1 million college-educated rewordings of, I would love to be dead right now on the computer. Walk away from the thing and try out some of those normal things you hear about. And if you get bored, that's wonderful because we're not supposed to get bored anymore. It turns out boredom is the Cadillac of feelings. Yeah, and obviously, like, this is not specifically about, he's not writing about birthdays, but I thought that sentiment there of like, hey, yes, life is hard, and yet there are things out there for you. Thank you, Farley. Farley! Please! Farley! Oh my gosh, I'm closing my door. I'm closing my door. Oh my gosh. Far. Sheesh. Is he singing me happy birthday or is he barking because baby no money came in? So anyway, I love this sentiment though, because I think whether it's, it's your birthday and you're like, oh my God, I'm depressed. My life sucks. I have nothing. Everybody else seems to be doing it in a way that I'm not, or it's just another day, right? Because your birthday is just another day. It's just signaling that the last year of birth has come to an end and a new one begins. But I think this is like very simple, but profound, important advice of like, make sure that you don't get too caught up in the shit. As Ferris Bueller said, life comes at you fast. And if you don't stop and look around, every once in a while, you'll miss it. And I think about that. I think my birthday is a day that I think about that a lot, because a lot of times, like, people will reach out, say happy birthday. It's like someone that I haven't talked to in so long. There's something about a birthday that, it's a day of wishes. It's a day of birthday wishes. But from people who have been in your life at some point, maybe aren't really anymore, but it's kind of it's just a reminder of like, don't forget to live. Did you know today is also Halsey's birthday? I did know that. Yes. You know, don't forget to live when you're doing all this other stuff. Oh my goodness, he's still barking. How does it feel to finally be of drinking age? Well, I'm not, so I'm drinking this Red Bull. And then I wanted to read one more piece by him. I told you this is like, it's beautiful, but also sad because Caleb was a really talented person. He was a really talented writer, and he was a guy who I usually hate this saying. I usually hate this phrase because a lot of times it's applied to young women who are in relationships with much older men. But the phrase old soul, Caleb Horton was an old soul. He was a guy who really was a wanderer and kind of seemed to like, I don't know, it was almost like he woke up one day and he had wandered into this present day and really seemed to belong to I don't know, almost belong to a prior era. I've never heard people describe women with old men like that. Yes, the reason that they say old soul is because it's like, yes, she may be 19 and I may be 65, but she's an old soul. So it equals out. I'm young at heart. You've never heard this? When I was 20 and I dated someone who was much, much older than me, I said that shit too. I was like, yeah, he's kind of like young and I'm an old soul. So really or she's mature for her age. Yeah, women, 20-year-olds always mature for their age. And then 60-year-old dudes always young at heart. Somehow that's the math. Somehow that's the math. Yeah, he's young at heart and I'm an old soul. So together we average about 35. You know who was saying that? Bill Blasio. Wait, what's his name? Belichick? Blasio. I think I was doing a mix of like Blagojevich and Belichick. Bill Belichick. And then Jordan, whatever her name is, that the two of them are in a relationship. I saw them say that and I was like, aha, yep, there we go. There it is. That she's got an old soul. And Bill, I was like, really? Bill Belichick is just a kid at heart? That guy? Because he seems like he's been the grumpiest old man since he was born. Like Bill Belichick to me seems like the type of guy that when he came out of the womb, he was already a grumpy old man. Okay, so anyway, let me read this piece. Death is just a change. David Lynch has gone on to whatever the next place is. I'm very sad about it. It came at a hard time for the city of Los Angeles, a place he dearly loved, and it's hard not to think his change of consciousness, which we kind of knew was coming. I knew a couple weeks ago that he was failing, that it was going to be soon, was hastened by the fires. Made less peaceful because it followed his evacuation, because it was in the middle of a tragedy that will make the city permanently different, that there had to be a violence to it. I love David Lynch. He's a hero. I've written about him a lot over the years, and I'm going to keep doing it. I cut a 3-hour podcast about what would be his last project, Twin Peaks: The Return. I think it's his masterpiece, and I think it's a film and the greatest one made in the 21st century. It's so rich, it's so dense, so full of ideas that I could talk about forever. It's also a meditation on death, and it helped me more than anything else to process my grandmother's death from cancer, which happened in the middle of the show's run. It helped him process the deaths of 80% of the cast of that thing. Half of them died before it came out, and Harry Dean died right after. He was philosophically tuned into death, profoundly ready for it, and he knew time was running out. The show wouldn't exist if he wasn't. I think it's one of the great miracles in the history of filmmaking that he was able to get it made. And not just get it made, but make it the culmination of every idea he explored in his career. To write his own conclusion. Most people don't get to do that. And I don't think we'll see anything like it again. Even during production, it kept seeming like negotiations would fall apart. And in the streaming era, it feels like people don't even make television anymore. It feels too challenging and perfect and huge to even be television, which is because it's not, it's a film. How the fuck did he get away with this? I keep saying in his voice. Today is David Lynch's birthday. People have been keeping vigil en masse and making a shrine to him at Bob's Big Boy in Toluca Lake, where he famously drank a milkshake every day at 2:30, a milkshake he would later correctly say was really bad for you. I've had time on my hands, so I've just sat there for a few days thinking about him, how much he meant to me. And it's been a powerful thing to see so many people who felt the same way and cried and hugged and smoked cigarettes, which the restaurant would never let happen if it was anybody else. One of the beautiful things about David Lynch was that you could find your people through him, how a whole community was built up around him. I've had a lot of really nice conversations with people who get it, and we can jump right into his whole deal, what it means to us. So many people going through grief, not for him per se, but for their own families and the city, and getting to process it communally in a way that feels healthy. His work changed people, and it was a real blessing. It's because it came from the heart. He was a real empathetic, compassionate, same on both sides of the fence dude. He was one of those artists you just wanted to hug and say thank you to because he helped you process how hard this life is. I don't have anything fancy to say about his work except that it helped me figure out this whole bullshit, that he taught me what it means to be an artist and to make art. He made it accessible and doable even if he was cranky and crotchety about it. Also, meditation and being meditative in your own work. Meditation saves lives. Okay, I decided for my 33rd birthday, one goal I have is that I'm going to finally try to meditate this year. I'm going to finally try it. Because David Lynch loved meditation. People who are a little bit older than me probably got into him through the original run of Twin Peaks. I got into him by checking out Mulholland Drive my first week of school. My roommates all accuse me of just watching pornography, but I got to have this whole private experience of thinking about the ideas in a movie for the first time, what movies can do, and knowing I would think about it forever. You will see me one more time if you do good. You'll see me two more times if you do bad, is kind of my favorite line ever, sidebar. I have the rest of time to talk about things like dreams and archetypes and his perfectly unique conception of the American West. How good he was at finding faces that clearly feel things and have humanity, like Harry Dean or Laura Dern or Robert Forster. How funny but left field powerful his little roles are in The Fabelmans or even Louis. How astonishing he was at sound design, how The Street Story, also about death, is the greatest G-rated movie ever made. The value of stillness and repetition and having a routine you do every day, all these things, but I won't. He's my favorite filmmaker, and I'll get better thinking about it as I get older. I'll just say this. At the memorial today, the sky was finally blue, and it was a beautiful sunny day in Los Angeles. So this piece is, I mean, first of all, it's tinged with such sadness knowing that Caleb Horton died suddenly. So if you missed it before, the writer of this and then the other thing that I read was a guy named Caleb Horton, and he had a seizure, I think, a couple days ago, and he was just gone. So this piece, like hearing him talk about like how these are things I'll think about forever, or I have more time, you know, I think with, you know, one thing I take stock of on my birthday is I'm like, okay, I'm here. I'm alive. I'm here. And that's the most important thing. And I think it's always like remembering the beauty in just being alive, and how I don't want to be cliche and be like, you never know when you're going to go, but you do never know when you're going to go. And I think it's important, you know, not every single day you're going to be at 100 miles an hour, and you don't want to live life like every day is your last in like a harmful way where you're, you know, just doing crazy stuff. But I think it's more of this mentality of like, you know what, I need to try and appreciate something every single day that I am alive. And I think it's if there are, I don't know, if there's things that you want to reach for, people that you want to reach for, make sure that you don't wait, because life, first of all, goes by quickly. It does. But also because life is unpredictable, and you don't know what the end will be or when the end will be. So I think just appreciating something every single day, even if it's just the fact that you're alive, I think that's a big thing. And then also, this piece talking about David Lynch, like he was just a real dude and he was incredibly successful. But even when he wasn't, even when he wasn't the famed filmmaker that he came to be, that he was when he finally passed, like even in his early days when he was younger, he still had the vibrancy for life and for, just making things that he had when he was older and successful. Like that never changed. Like he was always living life as David Lynch. And so I am like, you know what? Let's not only try and appreciate the fact that we're alive for those who are no longer here, whether they were David Lynch and lived a longer life, or Caleb Horton, who died too young, too soon, but also just all you can try to do is your best. All you can try to do is your best, and everything else is just noise. So for my birthday, yeah, I can link this. For my birthday, what the heck? Oh my God, my sugar mama. I texted you, but dude, thank you for the gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. Mommy, sorry to interrupt. Please interrupt. Thank you, my love. Also, your flowers are sitting on my table. They look so beautiful. I wish I could preserve them forever. My God, Peach Jars is the GOAT. Those flowers were incredible. I received them last night when I was in hell. I was in hell because I had found some dead bugs in my brown sugar, but I did get new brown sugar today for hopefully when we redo the cake later on. And I just needed something of beauty. I needed something that just snapped me out. So thank you, my love. You are the best. OMG, I was out with Christian last night and we were literally talking about you, and then you texted me. Oh, I love you guys. Wow. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. Anyway, not trying to be somber or anything. I just think those are words that I want to try to live by. It's a new year for me today. If it's your birthday today as well, happy birthday. If it's, whenever it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I think try to be happy that we are here, that we're here together. Look at this amazing community that we have. There's a lot of people, who all share something, and that's being a part of this community. So if you're like, I don't have anything in my life, you have this community always. I have a birthday this year. Oh, congratulations. Happy birthday. Darren, thank you for the 5 months. Freckled Origami, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Hannah, thank you for the 22 months. You really inspire me to stay determined and keep going when situations are tough. Back on the Red Bull and off the yerbs. It's because I ran out of yerbs, but I got sent free Red Bull for doing Ludwig's Red Bull event. That's why I'm back on the RB. Apollo, thank you for the bits. Weatherboxer, thank you for 11 months. Michael, thank you for the 3. Emilio, thank you for the 10 months. WRNG Surgeon, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Kid Chrono, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Chessie Bunny, thank you for the tier 1. AV Pair, thank you for the 8 months. Oh, what else? What else is there to say? Mine is near Christmas, so it's always awkward. Oh no. The poor combined Christmas birthday people where it's like, here, you get one gift for both. Here. I saw this TikTok and I felt that you would enjoy it. Last thing I will say is go go read more of Caleb Horton's work, especially if you like reading beautifully just incredibly written eulogies, tributes to great artists like Lynch and Merrill Haggard and many others. Rafts, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Frank, thank you for the 21 months. Global Alex, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Uncle Jezzo, thank you for the gifted. Handro, thank you for the 36 months.
Like Justin Bieber, Claire like Terry Styles, Julian was fond of Nick Jonas. We were all 7, and if anyone would ask me, Skylar, do you have a crush? If so, who?
What is the context to this? Who else has... Oh, this is House. Oh, she's doing a musical theater song about House. I was like, what is this? Hold on a second. Timeless Wisdom, thank you for the 4 months. Zed, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
I'd say Hugh. My first crush was Hugh.
This is a girl who simultaneously looks 12, but also like 26.
Sorry.
Oh, shit. Fizz, what the heck? What the heck? Should I start some drama? We got number 1 Hasmod in here. Just kidding, that's me. Besides me. Silver Joysticks, thank you for 12 months. Timeless Wisdom, thank you for the 4.
Paging Dr.
I'm number 2.
Hugh Laurie.
I'm not kidding you. Every time that I go into Hassan's stream, maybe it's because he says it all the time, but every time I get in there, I hear him saying I'm white Chinese. It's too many times for this to not be something that he just says every day. At some point in the stream, he mentions that he's white Chinese. Maybe at least 10 times a stream.
Stuart Little's dad could never make me sad. I was down bad for Hugh Laurie.
Okay, when I watch stuff like this, I'm always like, okay, I kind of understand why people hate musical theater kids. Is this what I sound
On the
like?
playground, Claire asked me to play house.
Does everybody hate
I
us for
clapped and
good
said
reason?
Yes with a grin. Let me get my cane and my Vicodin. Claire said I'll be the mom. I said you have lupus. Grace said I can make dinner. I said actually it's not lupus.
If I ever get a piano again, it's so over for Will Neff. Because I used to do this shit all the time. Miriam, thank you for another 10 gifted subs. Thank you, doll. Jeff, thank you for the 22 months. Orengal, thank you. Jess, John, Emily, Silver Joysticks, thank you all. You guys want to know what a fucking, you know how I cannot help but to hit a harmony? Okay. I was in the CVS today waiting in line to check out, and Save the Last Dance for Me by Michael Bublé came on, and I could not help but to start harmonizing out loud. And the people in front of me turned around and I couldn't stop. That's the thing. If someone had a gun to my head and was like, you have to stop right now or you and your whole family are dead, we'd all be dead. I'm like, I can't. I simply cannot not hit this harmony. What do you want from me? We'll never forget. Yeah, the triple the harmonizing Toxic Gossip Train. Once a year, we had a new harmony line. Oh, yes. I wouldn't be surprised if someone in front of me at the CVS line was like, oh God, a theater kid out in the wild. Oh God, I moved away from New York City because I couldn't catch a break. And now here I am at this CVS in French Polynesia. And they've found me. They have found me.
Julian said I'm getting married to Nick Jonas. I've got it. It's leptospirosis. My first crush was Hugh Laurie. A bit of Fry and Hugh Laurie. curses, my little heart ripped out, bloody, gory. Oh, to
Gory.
be 7 and in love with you.
Let me just tell you guys, this is what happens when theater kids are unemployed. Okay? When they got time on their hands. When they got time on their hands, when they're unemployed, this is why we gotta get the theater kids into work.
I can't say this is.
And then of course it's a Hugh Laurie. It's a Hugh Laurie TikTok that pops up next. And his name was Obama. Barack Obama. Oh, let me just say too, for the record, just on behalf of Austin Show is not interviewing Kamala Harris. Okay, let me just, as a representative of Austin Show. As a representative of Mr. Austin Show, as his lawyer, I'm his lawyer. I am the lawyer for Austin Show. He is not, there is no exclusive interview with Kamala Harris yet. Yet. I didn't think he was, but now I do. Do you know what's sad is I think Austin genuinely feels sad when he still gets called like lib derogatory, because he's like, I've moved past that. I've moved on. And I'm like, it's a journey. It's a journey. He's like, what do they think? I'm just going to sit down with her? That I'm doing an interview with, why would I even interview her? She's on a book tour. He called me for my birthday. Austin called me for my birthday and he was like, why does everyone think I'm interviewing Kamala Harris? And I said, you're interviewing Kamala Harris? Austin Show, exclusive interview, one-on-one. Kamala Harris. What happened? 107 days. Where did we go wrong? Where did everyone else except me go wrong? Get Kamala Harris in the tub. Hi, I'm Austin Show in the tub with Kamala Harris. Okay, not gonna lie, that would be fucking hilarious. Kamala Harris in the tub with Austin Show. I'd watch it. Like, can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine that shit? In the tub? Kamala Harris gets in the tub before Hassan Piker gets in the tub. Yeah, Austin should accept it and then he switches. Austin's like, I'll be right back. He gets up and then I sit down. I have my floaty around me. I was like, hello. Hi. Now you're in the tub with me. I pull out a coconut from the bubbles and just stare at her. You just know he made it up himself like he always does with the will they, won't they with Hassan, starting crazy rumors and asking, I don't know why people think. So why did people think in the first place that Austin was gonna interview Kamala Harris? Did he said he said it on stream? But like clearly he would have been joking. I am telling you for reals. There was this is not even as his lawyer, I'm covering for him. No, like there's no way he said it on stream as anything other than a joke. He literally said on stream, I'm meeting Kamala tomorrow. I'm a journalist. Yeah, that's not real. Austin Show is a journalist, but he's not meeting her. No, he is always his worst enemy. And then he also is the king of getting one guide. Like he gets one guide in Discords. I know he gets one guide in Hassan's Discord. I swear it's probably happened in mine. He gets one guide too in other people's streams. Not even his own. Austin is back. Austin is back to his top stream form, just farming clips out here. Yeah, Austin, he gets one guide as a chatter. He said it on stream, but it was a joke to set up for a bit he was doing. Yes. I think people forget that Austin does a lot of bits. You should honestly take him. You should take him as serious, just about as seriously as you take Cutie Cinderella. Like those two, they love a bit. Caroline, tell Will to take a fan to the Super Bowl. Fan being me. Speaking of the Super Bowl, MAGA is so pissed that Bad Bunny is doing the halftime show. Did you all see this? Far-right commentators are lashing out online over Bad Bunny headlining the 2026 Super Bowl. You want to know how little I give a shit about football? I have had the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl, and I think it was maybe last year or 2 years ago, and I was like, you know what, Will? Here's the thing, though. I said, invite someone else who's going to appreciate it more, because I don't give a shit. I don't care. So there are definitely way more people out there who love that kind of stuff. Far-right commentators are lashing out over Bad Bunny headlining the 2026 Super Bowl. Why it matters. The Puerto Rican artist is increasingly becoming a political talking point after he decided to skip the continental U.S. over concerns that ICE would raid his concerts. I think I'll just do one date in the United States, Bad Bunny said on Twitter. Driving the news, MAGA influencers and conservative social media accounts widely denounced the NFL's decision. Wait, hold on. What is this? Bad Bunny is a demonic Marxist. We're really just throwing that word out these days. Everybody seems to be a Marxist. If everyone's a Marxist, then no one's a Marxist. Like, you have both the Democrats and the Republicans pointing at each other and being like, you filthy communist Marxist fucks. Bad Bunny is a demonic Marxist who has been granted the largest stage with the greatest audience in the middle of a Christian revival. You know, that's funny because I feel like we've been in the middle of a Christian revival for a long fucking time. This is the longest revival. This is the longest revival ever. This is a longer Broadway revival than like Phantom of the Opera. This revival ain't stopping. This is the longest revival since Cher's 10th goodbye tour. This is by design. We are in a spiritual war, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. When I'm in a spiritual war and my rival is Bad Bunny, demonic Marxist Bad Bunny, what is this video?
Fans are reporting that they felt a demonic presence when attending Bad Bunny's recent concert.
What? Oh my God. Oh my. Hello? Cutie Cinderella? What the hell? Are you my new sugar mommy? Wow. You know what? I've got Peach. I've got Cutie. I'm kind of raking in the sugar mommies. Birthday. Thanks, dude. What the heck? That's so nice. I'm like, you're being nice because it's my birthday? Well, guess what? My birthday's every single day now. My birthday is every day. You want to see what I got myself for my birthday? I got a new one of these because if you know me, you know I fucking love these. And when I was at CVS, I splurged. I got another fresh. I haven't even used this yet. A fresh Aquaphor stick. I got a giant ass glue stick. These are my favorite things in the world because I have perpetually dried lips. And I love them because you can just one swipe. You can one swipe. Nothing like a fresh Aquaphor stick. I have not told Cutie about my disaster of last night. The sad disaster of when I tried to make the birthday cake that my father used to make us when we were kids. And I said, I was like, oh, I'm coming for Cutie's baking title. There's a new baker in town. I did get gorgeous flowers. Hold on a second. I'm going to try to vacuum up this. Wait, we need the clip. Hold on. Someone has to first link the clip when I discovered what was in. I was shrieking because it was a bug's life up. No. This is it. Okay. Here we go. This is.
Oh my God, is that
This was maybe the worst thing that could have happened.
another one? Oh, there's more! There's more! Why are there so many? Why are there's one, two, oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna kill myself. They're halfway, wait, you guys, they're like calcified into it and they're midway down the bag. How did they get there?
Okay, so here's what happened. Do you want to just send me the recipe? I mean, it's just a pineapple upside down cake. I was going to try to make it again tonight. I was going to try round 2. This is the first time that I have not completed the recipe I set out to make. So someone, hold on. First, we got to back up a little bit. What happened was I took out my brown sugar and it was hard as a brick. It was bricked up. My brown sugar was bricked up. So I was like, okay, I got to break this apart.
What?
No. This is not the clip I want. This is not the clip I want. I had to break. You can see a little bit here. It's in chunks. Because I had to break it apart and then put it in the microwave to try and warm it up, which is something that I learned from chat and also Google, is that apparently you can put a damp paper towel over your sugar and then you heat it up in segments and break it apart. So as I was doing that, I was breaking up a chunk in the bowl and I found a dead cockroach. Ah! I'm screaming again. Here's you breaking it apart. Yeah, just for visual.
You guys, I'm like an archaeologist. I'm like an archaeologist on a dig.
And this is before I knew that there were bugs in it.
Okay. Okay, surely that has to be at least a cup.
The fossilized cockroaches. Okay, so then I'm heating it up in the microwave and I discovered the cockroach and I died. I died. And then it got worse because there were more in the rest of the bag. So I don't understand. Okay, it makes sense. Like, did they crawl in there? And then when the sugar hardened, then it like mummified them. You know what I mean? It like, they died. They overdosed on sugar. I don't know. Wait, brown sugar produces cockroaches and maggots? What? What do you mean it produces? What do you mean by that? Where are they coming from? Where would they? Oh, what do you mean it just produces? No, that's not, no, it's not true. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Okay. Now, my question is, where did they come from? So they must have just crawled in there from outside, and then they died in the bag of sugar, and then later when I went to use it, I discovered their dead bodies. Did they come all the way from Germany? Yeah, what did they fly? Did they take a steam liner? Were they on a cruise? Were these German cockroaches on a cruise and decided to make a stop in my house? Hello? Did you have that bag before moving? Yeah, because I think my sister had bought that when she had made something. I'm going to be so for real. I really don't know how old that bag actually is, but I know my sister had bought brown sugar because she had made something once. And then I just had that brown sugar. Mr. Arthur brought them to your house as an insult to your seat. Adding insult to CTE injury. Mr. Arthur fucking dumped those German cockroaches in my house. He's like, haha, yeah, one last thing. Tell her it was me. Tell her it was me, Mr. Arthur. Yeah, so anyway, long story short, the cake did not get made. I'm still traumatized from last night. Dude, I'm still traumatized from last night. I felt so sick. I was ill. I became ill. Anon, thank you for the gifted proximal. Thank you for the 3 months. Cheese conduit, thank you for the tier 1. Not clip, but here's the moment you discovered the roaches. You guys, I'm like an archaeologist. Okay, wait. I'm like an archaeologist. It was after we heated it up. Wait, shit. Oh, I need to go to... Oh. Wait, where... Here's the moment you just... YouTube. All right. Ah! Why is there a dead bug in this? Okay, honestly, I feel like I reacted way more chill than I thought I did. That's much chiller than I thought. No! What is that? I would have killed myself right there. Oh, no, I want to die. I want to die. What the hell? In my head, I was a lot crazier, so pretty chill. What the fuck is that? I don't know if you can see it. Oh, yeah, this is not gonna work. The cockroach sticks. Ah! I just dropped it. Oh, Lux Progressive, thank you for the raid. What's up, everybody? Gross. I don't even know what this is. To be fair, that bug might have saved your life from eating busted-ass old brown sugar. You know, it's probably good. It's probably good that I found that bug, so then it made me not end up making the cake and not eating it. Because that brown sugar was really calcified. Like, it was white. It was white. God. Anna Asras, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you. You see that? Okay. Just keep chopping it. Okay, and then later, my dad my dad had called me, and there was the fly that I woke up this morning on my 33rd birthday and killed, finally killed this fly. I was like, not one more second, not today.
You got gorgeous flowers, though.
What?
You got gorgeous.
My B-Day was, oh, happy belated, fellow Libra.
Wait 1 sec.
You know, I'm always trying to discover new techniques in the kitchen. Look at this. Look at it in the corner. You can see it. You see it. Look, right here. You see that fly? You can see the fly flying around.
Anyway. All right. So I lost.
So that was the fly that when I woke up this morning or last night, it kept zipping around my room and I just couldn't get it. And Farley kept jumping up and was it's like, I gotta get out of here. Yeah, that fly was an actual stream sniper. Yep. Who we gonna call? Quan Busters. I also killed a bunch of ants last night. That's also been a big theme this year is ants. Your relationship with bugs?
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
They're doing their part. Are you? Join the mobile infantry and save the world. Service guarantees citizenship. The bugs send another meteor our way. But this time, we're ready. Planetary defenses are better than ever.
Okay, that's what I need. I need like a rocket launcher. I need this type of firepower.
Klendathu, source of the bug meteor attacks, orbits a twin star
Have you
system
watched this
whose
for film
brutal
class?
gravitational forces produce an unlimited supply of bug meteorites in the form of this asteroid belt. To ensure the safety of our solar system, Klendathu must be eliminated. We break net now and take you live to Klendathu, where the invasion has begun.
Collab where you get Casper Van Dien to exterminate the bugs in your kitchen. Yeah, I'll message Grace, be like, hey, does your dad want to exterminate the bugs in my house?
On 2, 1, We've just landed here in what counts.
You know what? I do need a gun. I need this gun. I need a salt bug gun. It's time for me to start packing heat. It's time for me to exercise my Second Amendment rights.
Big K with a 6th Mobile Infantry Division. It's an ugly planet, a bug planet, a planet hostile to life.
Isn't this film a great allegory for the whole Israel situation? Yes, except don't ask Brianna Wu. Don't ask Brianna Wu, who seems to think she's the only person who understands what Starship Troopers is actually about. Okay, that's what, you know what? This 33rd year that I'm alive, I'm going to start bringing out the big guns because I've had enough. I have to take this house back. I have to take my territory back. Enough is enough. I've got ants. I've got flies. I've got dead cockroaches. This has become Dante's Inferno up in here. What were we watching? Oh, we were in the middle. Wait, I do want to watch this. Hold on. Wait, where did that go? Right here. Okay. I want to go back and rewatch the Bad Bunny, the demonic Bad Bunny, demonic Marxist Bad Bunny. Listen.
Fans are reporting that they felt a demonic presence when attending Bad Bunny's recent concert.
Bad Bunny!
Fans even started to make it into a meme by taking videos saying that the concert just feels demonic, but it became extremely dark when this song Botanico came on, where
Me when there's red lighting. Oh, this is demonic.
there were masked demons dancing all over him, and the concert turned
Scone
all
Figgy,
red.
thank you for the
Even
6
music
months.
video to
Larry,
this
thank you for
song
the
is
10.
extremely dark. It's this monster-looking thing that creeps up into this woman's room,
No,
and it actually ends
Sferatu.
up becoming Bad Bunny himself. Those who attended this concert are even advising people, if you're gonna go see Bad Bunny's concert, then schedule your bathroom breaks whenever
Bad Bunny, we have Bad Bunny at home. Listen, kids, we've got Bad Bunny at home.
this song comes on. And at one point, those demons that were around him, you can't really see because the concert gets really dark, but they start grabbing and pulling on him like he's being sacrificed or something. If you've seen my old videos, you know that this is no surprise because he's been showing this symbolism for
So
quite
demonic.
some time now, and it was only a matter of time until this started happening.
Okay, I didn't know that Bad Bunny got down like
In
that.
real life, in concerts. You're looking at the man who had the second most streams in the world on Spotify in 2023.
Oh, do you think maybe that's why? He's going to be headlining the NFL halftime show? Conservative commentator Greg Price similarly slammed Bad Bunny. The NFL chose Bad Bunny to perform the Super Bowl halftime show, despite the fact that he recently said he wouldn't perform in the continental United States again because ICE is deporting illegal aliens. Do these people ever shut the fuck up? Do they ever get tired of whining? Clearly not. Clearly not. If it's an Olympic event, they are winning gold, silver, and bronze. It is actually the case that these people are they're just whiny little babies. They cannot they cannot look around and appreciate the fact that they're doing pretty well. Oh God, Bad Bunny is going to be headlining the Super Bowl halftime show. Yeah, well, you guys just about have won everything else. They run everything and still want more. Still want more. Robbie Starbuck, oh, this guy's such a piece of shit. A conservative filmmaker asked his followers, does this guy really scream American football to anyone? Did Michael Jackson scream American football? Be for real with me. No one thinks he does. This isn't about music. It's about putting a guy on stage who hates Trump and MAGA. Oh yeah, the NFL famous for being for their politics being anti-MAGA. The NFL is Marxist. The NFL is Hamas. Massive Trump hater, anti-ICE activist, no songs in English. Podcaster Benny Johnson. That seems like a skill level, Benny. Seems like a skill level if you can't appreciate the music of Bad Bunny because his songs aren't in English. Half the NFL teams just did tributes for Charlie Kirk. I know. What do they want? You know what actually they want? Here's what they want for the NFL halftime show. They want AI videos of Charlie Kirk singing I'm proud to be an American. That's what they want for the halftime show. They want AI Charlie Kirk being like, hi, everyone, it's me, Charlie Kirk. I'm okay. Well, not physically, but otherwise I'm okay. And before anyone comes for me, just know that I am quoting an AI video of Charlie Kirk that they have been playing at mega churches. Those were the words that came out of AI Charlie Kirk's mouth. Okay? I'm okay. Well, not physically, but I'm up here with Jesus. Don't give him any ideas. On the other side, California Governor Gavin Newsom responded to Johnson's post, writing, "Benny, calm down. We all know you listen to Bad Bunny. LOL." Gavin Newsom continuing with his attempts of shit posting. Yeah, so anyway, these people have found something new to be angry over, and it's Bad Bunny's halftime performance. Oh my goodness. In other news, I woke up on my birthday to this. Nicole Kidman, Keith Urban separated. Say it ain't so, but it is so. Do you ever see a tweet where you're like, God damn, that's a good tweet? AMC theaters should fly flags at half mast today. Nicole Kidman, we come to this place to get a divorce. Tacoma wept like she had never wept before. I don't know what happened, but I'm on her side. You know what? Same. And according to TMZ, multiple sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ the couple's been living apart since the beginning of summer, which is crazy because I just saw them in May. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban were at the Country Music Awards, or the American Country, whatever one I was at, the American Country Music Awards. They were just there in May. Maybe that was the night it all went down. What happened? Aside from a lot of white people wearing cowboy hats, listen to white people sing country music. Something went down that night. We're told Nicole's been taking care of their 2 children and holding the family together through this difficult time since Keith has been gone. As for why we're told it's one-sided, Nicole did not want the separation and has been trying to save the marriage. You're telling me, according to TMZ, that Keith Urban is the one who decided to separate from Mother Nicole? That statement made it sound like he died. Well, love is dead. Is there anyone else? Is love alive anymore? Or is this the end of it? Is love now dead? Check out her 73 questions in memoriam of the relationship. Oh.
Hey! Nicole!
G'day, mate.
Good
Welcome
day,
to
mate.
Australia.
Welcome to me. I came halfway around the world to ask you something.
Is divorce in? Is it trend? Is this the trend now?
73 questions in a very short amount of time.
I know. Thank you so much. Let's get going.
All right. What's the coolest thing about...
Should I break up with Will now that Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban are separating? Should I just walk in there and be like, it's over. Nicole and Keith are done. So I have no choice. I have no choice. I have to be in solidarity with Nicole Kidman.
Sydney, Australia.
Oh, the people.
Love
What's
is
your favorite
dead.
place to hang out in Sydney, Australia?
The beach.
It's
Come on
done.
in. Oh, wipe your feet.
All right, cool.
Gee, you're excited to be here.
I totally am. What's the best travel advice
I
for
like that she kind of looks like her character in The Others.
anyone visiting Sydney, Australia?
Bring your sunscreen and your joie de vivre.
What's the best thing about Nashville?
I'm going to be
The
sick.
community spirit, so the people.
Can you say the most American thing in an American accent?
I'm going to be sick.
Hey, y'all. Is that American?
That was good.
That's my
There was something odd with them at the Met Gala. Ooh, are we doing body language reading? Keith seems like he didn't want to be there with her, hanging back in an I don't want to be here body language language.
Southern accent.
I didn't know you play pool.
Yeah, my nickname is Pool Shark.
Are you claiming that you're a pro?
Well, come on, I'm the pool shark.
Obviously. What is one talent you wish you had?
Maybe he was like, you do too much acting. There's never not a show or a film that you are not doing. You just are in everything.
To sing opera exquisitely.
What's your favorite band of all time?
Well, it's a tie. Akadaka and In Excess.
What do you really think about country music?
I love it.
Were you a fan of
Truly.
Keith's before you met?
Maybe she doesn't have to, maybe since this is pre-separation, maybe the truth will come out. Maybe Nicole will admit, like, you know what? I actually hate country music. I've hated it since the day I was born. I had to pretend for near 20 years that I liked country music, that I loved country music. And I'm here to finally say I'm free and I fucking hate it.
Well, I didn't know him, so I couldn't really be a fan, but now I'm his biggest fan.
Can you do an impression of someone?
Sure.
And I think Keith's music sucks. I hate country music. I hate Keith Urban's music. I'm finally telling my truth.
They thought a putty cat. That's Tweety Bird.
I recognize it.
What the hell?
Can you do another impression of someone else?
That's Little Quacker.
What is happening?
Obviously it was.
What
Can you
is
please take this
happening?
postcard
Yes?
and write down a secret to someone special?
Huh.
What's one thing you still have from your childhood?
Why is this so? Why is this
my
like
curiosity.
awkward?
Who's your favorite Sesame Street character?
Snuffleupagus.
What was it like having your face?
The vibes are kind of strange on this, but I don't hate it. But the vibes are definitely
on
strange.
the national stamp of Australia?
Pretty cool. But it was kind of strange having everybody lick me.
I could imagine.
Like this.
What's your favorite color?
Bluest of blue.
Least favorite color?
Probably
Excuse me.
bright orange.
Diamonds or pearls?
Pardon me.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Who's your fashion
Diamonds
icon?
are a girl's best
Probably
friend.
all of the women that Irving Penn photographed.
Wait, you're right. It does kind of give AI video vibes because yes.
But especially his wife, Lisa.
What's your favorite fashion trend of all
Yes.
time?
Black tights.
What trend do you hope doesn't exist in 100 years?
Texting.
What did you wear to the prom?
I wore, well, it's not called a prom here. It's called a formal. And I wore a vintage black flapper dress.
What's the coolest thing about this home?
My 6 alpacas.
What's your spirit animal?
An otter.
If you had to choose another career, what would it be?
A scientist who was able to cure something very important. Cure cancer.
Can you answer this question from this man on this iPad?
Yes.
She kind of, you know what this is giving me the vibe of? When you are like really high and you are trying to answer, you're having a conversation, you're trying to answer questions, and you're just saying the weirdest shit. And in your head, you're like, what is happening? What am I even saying?
Hey, Nicole, my wife and I are
What am
painting
I
the
doing?
apartment, and I need to know, should we go with Horizon, White Wisp, or Paper White?
Ah, Horizon.
Obviously, Horizon. What's your favorite app?
The weather app.
Yeah, acting
website.
sober in
New York
front of
Times.
your parents.
Yeah, one superpower, what would it be?
To fly. Whoa.
Oh, hey.
A toy.
What's the best part about being a mom?
Oh, everything.
A toy.
The love, the joy, the purpose.
What's the hardest part about being a mom?
Knowing I won't be here forever, so I won't always be able to take care of them.
What's your favorite curse word?
You know what it is too? It's the random movements. It's the like, where are we going?
Favorite TV show of all time?
Bewitched.
One movie role you would die to play?
The Wicked Witch of the West in a remake of The Wizard of Oz.
What was it like working with Stanley Kubrick?
The best. The best. I mean, it was like being in film school with the greatest professor.
If your life were a song, what would the title be?
I will survive.
This is such.
Do you know what would be amazing is like if she's doing this and then she just stabs someone, like she just killed someone, but just keeps the interview. Like, what's the next question? And it just is, you know, whatever.
Cool cottage.
Yeah,
That's
come
kind
on
of the
in.
vibe
You have
here.
anyone be a guest in this cottage, who would you invite?
Keith Urban,
Well,
Who's a
not
historical
anymore.
figure you love to have coffee with?
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Like she just kills
do you like your coffee?
the interviewer at
I
the
like it
end.
frothy, lots of froth, and lots of chocolate sprinkles.
What is your favorite food?
Homemade warm
so
bread
menacing,
with,
and I'm obsessed.
Reggiano.
What's your least favorite food?
Ham.
What do you love on your pizza?
Truffles.
Truffles, an amazing choice. What's inside the Nicole Kidman cocktail?
I don't really like cocktails, but I suppose champagne, peach
Why
juice.
does she have a
That's kind
basket?
of boring. I mean, that's just a Bellini,
That's
right?
just a Bellini, right?
Oh, I can do better than that.
What's the biggest surprise you've ever had?
Those 2 pink lines finding out I was pregnant.
What's the best surprise you've ever planned for?
Well, the best surprise I ever did was I gave my husband a 1967 Mustang. I put a big red bow on it and put it in our barn. He flipped out.
Where the fuck did this farm come from?
What were you most surprised to learn being an actress?
99% hard work, 1% glamour.
What's the best way to decompress?
Make love.
Jogging or swimming?
Jogging.
Pilates or yoga?
Yoga.
Window seat or aisle seat?
Window.
What's Hollywood really like?
It's small. We kind of all know each other.
What's
The other thing about this too is that with her dress and the wind and the lighting, it's giving like the dead wife at the dead wife that is the dead wife of the male protagonist who's like now on a it fuels his entire arc, like the flashbacks to the dead wife. She's either rolling in the sheets or she's outside just twirling around, always in a white dress.
Jackman really like?
Lovely and as decent as he appears.
What's one thing you always bring with you on set?
My pillow.
Like,
Who's your favorite actress?
Vivian Lee.
What do you look for in a script?
Well, it changes, but at the moment, I'm looking for laughs.
What's one film you wish people had paid more attention to?
Well, a film that I made would be Birth.
running her hands through the fields of grain.
That is a beautiful egg.
And a couple of eggs.
Wow, this is incredible. What's the most dangerous thing you've ever done in life?
Jumped out of a plane, raced around a car track at 200 miles an hour, and scuba dived with sharks. So you tell me.
Sharks.
Okay.
Yep. What's the best part of living on a tour bus?
It's
Being
the
on top
dead
of
wife
each other.
montage.
What's the worst part of living in a tour bus?
The sleeping. You don't get any.
Like, does Nicole ride that giant ass tractor?
Can you sing your favorite lyrics from Keith Urban's song?
Well, you meet someone, the only one, you take her by the hand, buy some land, make some love, and then babies come.
The music is perfect for this
What if she just made those lyrics up on the spot?
countryside activity we have with cows grazing in the background.
My Black Angus.
What's the best part about farm life?
The simplicity, the air, the peace.
Did you have any pets growing up?
I did. Cat, stray cat, called Gregory.
Nicole, how are you feeling these days?
Honestly,
Yeah.
pretty raw.
Why?
Been through a lot.
What was the biggest learning experience you've ever had?
Being in love.
If you could have your portrait done by any artist, who would it be?
John Singer Sargent.
Also, no one who actually does farming as a job, like as a career, would talk about the simplicity of farming.
Can you please imagine that you're trapped in a box and you must mime your way out of it? Can you do it?
Oh, come on. You're kidding.
Nope.
No.
All right, fine. If you could offer your 13-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Be happy.
If you could say something to yourself in 13 years, what would you say?
I told you
You'll be
so.
single.
What's the best parting gift from an Australian to an American on a farm visit like this?
Well, it would be my homemade jam from our orchard, my lavender in a sachet, and my eggs.
Oh my God, you are a peach.
Don't marry Keith.
Thank you so much, Nicole.
What would you tell your 13-year-old? Don't marry Keith
So
Urban.
much for
Driving us-
coming.
Oh, this is the best experience. And
Safe travels.
Oh,
And then
wait,
does
wait,
he
wait,
just
wait. Last
walk
question.
away?
Yes.
Who am I gonna mail this postcard out to?
Jimmy Fallon. Bye.
Bye, Nicole.
Nicole Kidman is the epitome of the she's so crazy, I love her energy. I fucking love Nicole. She's such a weirdo. Yes, also, I agree. These interviews feel so weirdly antagonistic. They have a weird antagonism to them, for sure. They have a very, very weird antagonism. And I am kind of into it. I'm into when something that's not supposed to, when something that shouldn't be menacing feels menacing. You know what I mean? Where you're like, this feels like someone could die. Surprisingly so. What? 73 questions, Vogue 73 questions with a celebrity should not feel like somebody could, like somebody's going to end up dead, but I'm into it. I love whatever is wrong with her. TMZ article saying he's the one who left Nicole. See, that's what I'm saying, right? Keith Urban is the one who left Nicole. I don't think so. Nobody leaves Mother and walks away alive. I do not think so. Kris Jenner's on it. It's where this
I love limes.
Oh,
I
yes.
love them. They're
yes.
great.
Yes, this is the same. This iconic clip.
I wanted to say happy birthday.
What?
Happy birthday! I got some fruit gushers.
What the heck?
I don't know why. I just saw the fruit gushers. I was like, I don't think she's vegan, but like.
No, I
everyone
love
loves fruit
gushers. Oh my god!
Yeah, happy birthday, dude. I hope it's good.
Sweet.
And then these are Target flowers, so they're probably gonna die tomorrow.
Hey, thanks though. I love Target flowers. That's amazing. How did it go?
It was the cup.
Yeah,
It was
I
really
bet
funny.
you did great.
Yeah, it was fun.
What is this?
I
His
did
rust outfit.
Yeah, my rust
Oh.
What's left of Johnny Silverhead.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that your guys' heads are just cut off.
Hello, everybody.
BB no money, everybody. BB no money. Thank you. This is so sweet.
Yeah, of course.
That's so sweet
It's
of
your
you.
fucking birthday.
Oh, well, it's another day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. It is just another day. I know.
It's another day, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good night, dude.
You too. Wait, what, Will? Okay, I was thinking probably like, yeah, maybe, yeah. Okay. Wow. What a random nice surprise. I like that he goes, I didn't think you were a vegan. I'm not a vegan. So he got me gushers. I will definitely be diving into those. And then Target flowers because they'll be dead in a day. That's wonderful. Oh, okay. Yes. So if you know this iconic line, Dakota Johnson saying I love limes, which later it turned out she was lying about. That's another thing I love is like lying when it is as inconsequential as this. Like, why? I don't know.
I love them so much, and I like to present them like this in my house.
But see, this was also
What do you do with all of those
menacing.
limes?
I actually didn't even know that they were in there. I was giving the tour and went into the kitchen, and it was set dressing. It was hard to just ignore them, so I just lied.
Love limes.
I don't know why the vibes are always strange. They're always strange. Robert Pattinson lying to Matt Lauer just because he didn't like Matt Lauer. I know, iconic. Croc Tears, thank you for the 3 months. Scone Figgy, thank you for the 6 months. Sometimes they ask the same questions to different people and
What's the one thing you can never live without?
My family.
What's the one thing you can never live without?
Can't live without my KKW contour.
Kim Kardashian does not miss a beat. She does not miss an opportunity to plug her fucking products. What is one thing that you can't live without? Oh, you know, probably a thing that I attached my name to and that I make money off of. And this is definitely a hashtag ad. Okay, speaking of Selena Gomez and the dead wife montage, I just have to say, I think she looks beautiful. But I saw these photos and that is immediate. Like, I could not stop laughing. And immediately what came to mind is dead wife. Like, why is this so dead wife trope? And she looks gorgeous. Like, I think the dress is beautiful, hair, everything. But this filter, what the hell? What is this filter? And these are the photos. These were the first ones that hit the internet. And it's giving dead wife. It is. And then it cuts to like male protagonist, like waking up in a cold sweat, remembering that his wife is dead. And then that is going to inform the rest of his journey throughout the film. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so they got married. I feel like they had just gotten engaged, but I guess they got married now. It's kind of giving crime scene, from a crime scene in the 70s. Why does it look like Drag Race season 1 with that foggy ass lens? Okay, so we're going to start the, in about 20 minutes. So I just want to run through a couple other things that I wanted to talk about. So starting with, what the shit is this? I have so many things to say. Okay, I have so many things to say. So this news came out a couple days ago, and then the creator has responded. Actor, comedian, technologist, that's not real. What is a comedian technologist? That's made up. We're just making jobs up now. Comedian technologist. Aline van der Velden has revealed that her recently launched AI talent studio, Zicosia. Fuck you, Aline van der Velden. Sounds like somebody out of Gossip Girl, okay? Aline van der Velden and her AI talent studio, Zicosia. Fuck all those names. That name. What the fuck? Zenmies, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you. Is in talks with a number of talent agents interested in signing its first creation, AI actress Tilly Norwood. That's the other thing. What the hell is that name? Tilly Norwood? What's going on with these names? What is happening? Also, it's not lost on me that Tilly Norwood, the photo that we saw, this photo, is very, very young, is a very, very young girl, and looks like this is out of Game of Thrones. And it makes me think, why is the first AI creation a very young girl who looks like she's in a scene in Game of Thrones where there is about to be copious sex? Like, there is about to be hella nudity and hella sex. And I wonder, has this Tilly Norwood been created so that certain laws and regulations don't need to be followed? You know, it's really weird. It's very, very, very strange that, of course, the first AI creation is a very young looking girl. Don't like it. Okay, so Tilly Norwood is this new AI talent, is this AI actress. Van der Velden talked about the development on a panel at the Zurich Summit on Saturday, where she gave a presentation on her AI production studio, Particle 6, and then joined a discussion on AI developments in the entertainment industry alongside Verena Poom, head of Luma AI's new studio Dream Lab LA. Do you know what's crazy is that when we went on strike, when actors and writers went on strike, this was, 2 years ago? The fears around AI, we have already seen materialize. That the last holdout for the strike, for what was being negotiated was around AI. And at the time, some people were like, okay, well, we sign these contracts every 3 years. So like, let's just take what we can get. And then in 3 years, we'll reevaluate. And surely AI will not have gotten to this point, both technology wise, but also the way that these capitalists are utilizing it. People were like, it's not going to get to a point where it's like a threat, where this is like a serious enough problem. Maybe down the line, but we'll readdress it with the next contract. Well, here we are. Here we are with everything else that's been going on. Both van der Velden and Poom suggested that studios and other media and entertainment companies were quietly embracing AI under the radar and to expect public announcements about high-profile projects using the technology in the coming months. This is true, by the way. This is true, that these companies, these studios, these agencies, that they are quietly embracing AI. It is the worst kept secret in Hollywood that AI is something that a lot of people are going, yeah, I'm not going to talk about it openly because of the, just because I don't want to take the PR hit and because of the backlash to it, but they're definitely embracing it. We were in a lot of boardrooms around February time and everyone was like, no, this is nothing. It's not going to happen. Then by May, people were like, we need to do something with you guys. When we first launched Tilly, people were like, what's that? And now we're going to be announcing which agency is going to be representing her in the next few months, said van der Velden. What an asshole. Like, just in even saying like, yeah, everyone just in this February was like, we're not going to. And now look at them. And now look at how everyone is knocking on our door and wanting Tilly Norwood. The name screams villain of first movie in a trilogy. Just villain. Yeah, this person reeks of villainy because of how clearly how clearly they view this, not in any terms at all about like art and humanity. And it's simply a look at this amazing thing, that this new thing we have created and everyone wants a piece. The revelation of a possible agent signing for Tilly Norwood, I cannot say that name seriously, comes just days after van der Velden officially announced the creation of Particle 6 offshoot Zecosia, an AI talent studio designed to create, manage, and monetize a new generation of hyper-real digital stars. Why are all these names, like Zecosia, that gives the name of like a fancy hot new restaurant that opens downtown and then closes 6 months later, if that. Zecosia, where we charge $50 for fancy Brussels sprouts. If the talent agency signing comes to pass, Norwood will be one of the first AI-generated actresses to get representation with a talent agency traditionally working with real-life stars. This sucks. Like, this sucks. Also, one of. Yeah, note that. One of. You think Tilly Norwood is the first? No, they're going to have Smiley Smorwood coming up right after. Former AI artist Poom, I'm sorry, no, I refuse. No. AI artist, no. Look, you might disagree with me. You might be like, oh, come on. No, I do not believe that the term artist gets to be a label for someone who is using artificial intelligence in this way. I just really don't. I think that's purposeful, obviously. I think that's very intentional to try and equate this to human artistry. I think by trying to take, my tinnitus. Oh, please, not now. Please, spare me. Okay. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, it's a flashbang in my ear. Hello. You can't spell artist without AI. I think this title, this label of artist is one that I've seen more and more people who are making slop via AI. Like, it's, the type of people on the internet where they're like, look at this recreation of this Matrix scene that I did in AI, and it's so much worse. They're like, I'm an artist, because they are trying to, by this, devalue human-made art. That's what it is, where it's like, hey, anybody can be an artist, including Tilly Norwood, who should be viewed as an actress just like any other actress. Okay, so former AI artist Poom, whose appointment as head of startup Luma AI's new studio DreamLab LA was announced in July, concurred with Van der Velden on the mood changing at the studios. I remember having meetings with the studios as an AI artist before joining Luma. Some said, oh no, we're not using AI. I knew some were lying, that they were already secretly working on some stuff, but were not open to it at all. Then definitely this year, kind of like March, April, people called me and wanted to talk. They were discussing me being a liaison between directors and the AI artists. At the time, I was traveling around a lot and educating about workflows and pipelines and how it can be integrated. And then all of a sudden, that was becoming very interesting to them. The other thing, too, is the whole thing with AI is that it's supposed to be a tool, right? It's supposed to be a tool to assist. And yet we've already jumped into AI just being artistry belonging to AI entirely, completely. So using AI or something that has been created via AI now is considered in total to be art, rather than like, okay, I worked on a film, I used I used AI for like this part, whatever, right? I used this tool, yada yada. It's like, no, something entirely being made via AI, the maker as well as the creation now being what is art. The tool becoming the star. It was a different language to them, and they were like, we really have to get people from the outside that have worked in the AI industry. Historically, the studios have been very slow to adapt. At least publicly, they need that influx of new creatives and new creative technologists. This is Silicon Valley bullshit. Technologists, that is coming straight out of the demon pits of Silicon Valley. Yes, I'm an AI technologist. I'm an AI creative artist technologist. Like, that's what it is. You can assume that a lot of them are already working on it. Poom said all the big companies and studios were working on AI-assisted projects, but being under NDA, she was not in a position to announce any of the details. We really want to make them feel comfortable through their testing, through their projects, and working on real projects. We want it to be their decision on when they want to say it out loud, but honestly, I think this year is going to be interesting. In the beginning of next year, there's going to be a lot of announcements. All right. Okay. So then, of course, people responded to it and were like, what the shit? What are we doing here? Why is tech taking over Hollywood just like it's taking over the whole fucking world? Is anybody going to say no? Is anybody going to be like, you know what? I don't think so, actually. I am not going to allow this industry to have, to be taken over by Silicon Valley, even more than it already has been, even more than tech companies and Silicon Valley people have already moved in. Creator of controversial AI actress Tilly Norwood puts out statement following backlash. The creator of AI actress Tilly Norwood put out a statement following a fierce backlash in response to news over the weekend that talent agents were looking to sign the AI-generated character. You know, the other thing about it is these Silicon Valley types have such God complexes. They have such egos. They cannot at all imagine that there is backlash to what they are doing. It's like unfathomable to them that people fucking hate this shit and that they hate them. Like they just have these massive God complexes where they're like, behold, aren't you just so grateful and so excited for what we have done, what we are offering you? And then when people are like, suck a dick, go fuck yourself, they're like, well, hold on a second. Why? I don't understand. Okay, so here's the statement. To those who've expressed anger over the creation of my AI character, Tilly Norwood, she's not a replacement for a human being. Oh, really? But a creative work. Everything Now Show. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. What's up, everybody? We're just talking about Tilly Norwood. If you're like, who or what the fuck is Tilly Norwood? Well, it's the AI actress, the first of its kind, that this AI production company headed up by a person who calls herself an actress, comedian, and technologist, Aline Vandervelden. This is her company, and there's an AI talent studio. There's just AI everywhere. It's AI everywhere. And apparently major agencies are knocking down the door, trying to be first in line to sign these AI, very young looking girls, may I add, this fresh AI talent. Canifa, thank you for the 19 months. Whoa, Blossom, thank you for the 9 months. Okay, so Aline whatever is like, she's not a replacement for a human being, but a creative work, a piece of art. Like many forms of art before her, she sparks conversation, and that in itself shows the power of creativity. What? Shut the fuck up, you stupid technologist, whatever the hell you're calling yourself. You are so full of shit. You are so full of shit. There's not a big enough diaper in the world to contain you. Like many forms of art before her, she sparks conversation, and that in itself shows the power of creativity. Really? Because the conversation that's been sparked is a lot of people on the internet going, fuck you, you soulless, demonic Silicon Valley shitbags. Oh my God. This is so, I can't. The narcissism just overwhelms me. It truly does. Like many forms of art before her. Are you talking about like Rembrandt's? Are you talking about this, like the Sistine Chapel? Oh, you know how the Sistine Chapel sparks conversation, right? You really think about what was Michelangelo pondering when he painstakingly drew every line? What was, who was Picasso? And how is that reflected in his art? Oh, yeah. Now along comes Tilly Norwood. Tilly Norwood, who, I wonder whose face that is or whose faces those are. Because I have a feeling if you were to take if you were to look at the young human actresses in Hollywood, I see a little Jenna Ortega in here, like influencers, etc. I think we might discover whose face this is. Yeah, some Maisie Williams. Mm-hmm. Am I the only one seeing Maya? You know what? Maya Higa, sue them into the ground. Sue them into the ground. I see Brett Cooper too. I see Brett Cooper as well. I see AI not as the replacement for people, but as a new tool, a new paintbrush. See, there we are talking about the tool again. Isn't that funny how they always fall back on? They're like, no. It's just a tool. It's just a tool. Except y'all aren't treating it as such. That's the problem, is that I think this whole oh, no, it's just a tool. See, I think that's a cover. I think that you fall back on that when there's backlash to be like, no, what? We're not trying to replace you. We value humans. I'm a human just like you. See, watch as I blink like a human being blinks. I am a fellow human. So obviously, I value what it means to be human. Art that is made by human beings. I am a human. Hello, fellow humans. Hello. Try suggesting that these people should then be replaced by AI, then by their own logic, and suddenly that's a problem. Of course. It reminds me of those friend.com ads that have popped up all over New York City for a Her film type product. Yeah, this is soulless. This is soulless. Largest New York City subway campaign ever happening now. Friend.com. I'll never bail on our dinner plans. I'll binge the entire series with you. I'll never leave dirty dishes in the sink. Like, even just the stark white with the black lettering is so, it's a void. It is stark. It is bleak. I've been seeing these ads all over the subway for weeks and assumed that friend.com was a website where you could try to meet new friends. Oh no. Turns out it's for a wearable AI device that you can talk to and it responds to you via text. Extremely bleak. People should try making friends with ghosts instead. You know what the hell? Sure. What the hell? Why not? I see dead people. I'd rather that. I also see Sketcher ads that were made with AI so obviously. Saw this in Brooklyn a few weeks ago. Oh my God. Oh my God. Not the, what's this fucking like face app? The Chadette face. Oh no. The Yassified. Yeah, the Yassified. Oh yeah, it's bleak. Oh, these friend ads are giving conform, buy, consume. And it's, you know what this all comes down to? This is this is tech companies that benefit from loneliness. They are incentivized for us to be lonely and to only become lonelier, to be isolated, to be separated from our fellow human beings so that we become more and more reliant on their bleak ass tech. They're like, oh, you have nothing and no one in your life.
Great. Buy this. Here you go. This is all that you have in your life, so you can never get rid of it. You can never be free. 'Cause then you have nothing and no one.
It's frankly dystopian how the tech companies started a loneliness epidemic by isolating people on their devices and is now selling us devices they falsely claim will cure that loneliness. They're like, feeling lonely? Well, we have something for you. Feeling lonely because we have greatly contributed? Well, I can fix that. They're being vandalized already? Good. Do your job. Do your duty and vandalize these friend.com bullshit ads. Okay, back to this. AI is not a replacement for people, but it's a tool, it's a paintbrush. Just as animation, puppetry, or CGI open fresh possibilities without taking away from live acting, AI offers another way to imagine and build stories. I'm an actor myself. Oh, okay, just like you're a human being. So like we're all on the same side here. Yeah, I am an actor also. Me. Yes. Just head flies off. I'm an actor myself, and nothing, certainly not an AI character, can take away the craft or joy of human performance. Hey, guess what, bitch? Tilly Norwood, or all the Tilly Norwoods out there, they're coming for your acting job, your acting career. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when you lose out because of Tilly Norwood getting hired? Creating Tilly has been, for me, an act of imagination and craftsmanship. See all of the language that's being used here? Like, I've obviously made my point many times over, but do you see this specific language that's being used? Technologist, artist, creative imagination, craftsmanship. I'm a craftsman. Not unlike drawing a character. Okay, so do that. Why can't you wait? Have you tried this? Drawing a character, writing a role, or shaping a performance? It takes time, skill, and iteration to bring such a character to life. She represents experimentation, not substitution. As I said, she looks like every fucking extra from Game of Thrones. Okay, you basically just went to Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon and went whoop, and then here's Tilly Norwood. Much of my work has always been about holding up a mirror to society through satire. Okay, now we're talking satire? What? You're just using words. Now this is satire? Much of my work has always been about holding up a mirror to society through satire, and this is no different. Is the satire in the room with us? Is it so meta that I just can't possibly understand? Is it so satirical that it's just going over my head? Is it that the joke's on us? Is that the joke? The joke is that it's on us. The joke's on us. I told you she did not even write this text. The text itself is probably written by ChatGPT. Probably. This statement is probably AI generated, which there's the irony, you know? There's the fucking irony. Vander Velden soft launched Norwood earlier this year with accounts on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube ahead of officially announcing the creation of Jikosia last week. Hi, welcome to Jikosia. You can see that the lights are all off because we don't believe in having lights
during your dining experience, because in order to just fully engage in what's in front of you, we can't have light because it will suck out the energy. Also, there's no menus. Also, there's no one working in the kitchens. In fact, there's no food at all because it's in your imagination. It's all about imagining food in front of you. Can you taste it? In your brain? In fact, you are the food. It's satire. It's kind of like satire, you know? It's kind of like we're holding up a mirror to society through satire. What does this tell you? What does this mean? What is this a metaphor for? And then they just stab you in the throat and cut off your head. Paparoni, thank you for the 5 gifted subs and the 24 months. Chichi Mikan, thank you for the tier 1. The character has been solely building a following. Kill me. We're in the bad place, you guys. We're in the bad place. But the revelation in a panel at the Film Industry Focus Zurich Summit over the weekend that talent agents were circling Norwood with the intention of signing the character as a client has sparked fierce debate. I gotta be honest, by fierce debate, it's a bunch of people on the internet just throwing up their middle fingers. It's not debate. It's fuck you. That's what this I post. Like, this is all also me after I've had a rough life. Hey. Rough week, huh? Lemon, it's only Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, this was basically all I could respond with. Like, okay, let me just drink bleach. Sure. Melissa Barrera, you know what? Melissa Barrera, I love that queen, okay? I love that queen. She is always on the right side. You know, I hope that's what people say about me. I hope they're like, Caroline Kwan, she's always on the right side of things. Because Melissa Barrera is someone who, whenever there's some bullshit happening, Melissa Barrera is always there to be like, hey, this is bullshit. Good night, Sacco. Thank you. Thank you. Melissa Barrera, Kiersey Clemens, maybe all aspire to be like Melissa Barrera. Kiersey Clemens and Toni Collette are among a raft of actors to have expressed their displeasure at the development on the social networks, with some even suggesting a boycott of agencies that work with AI talent. Van der Velden suggested in her statement that AI characters should not be compared directly with human actors. Really? Because, bitch, that's what you're doing. What the hell is Tilly Norwood then? AI characters should be judged as part of their own genre on their own merits. What are the merits? Are the merits in the room with us now? Each form of art has its place, and each can be valued for what it uniquely brings. I hope we can welcome AI as part of the wider artistic family, one more way to express ourselves alongside theater, film, painting, music, and countless others. When we celebrate all forms of creativity, we open doors to new voices, new stories, and new ways of connecting with each other. No, thank you. No, I don't need those new voices to be Tilly Norwood. And I also would love to stop having to say the name Tilly Norwood. Please. Have you seen this queen talk about Tilly?
So I don't believe in cancel culture.
Are we canceling Tilly?
But I am beefing with an actress, and I'm not afraid to call out her publicly. Tilly Norwood, suck my dick. We're canceling her because I literally saw her and she pushed me out of
Hashtag Tilly Norwood is over party.
Get it
my
going.
chair. She took my wheelchair apart to cyborg herself and build new robot parts on herself. And then she spit on me and said, "Nana boo boo, I'm a robot." Are these really
Tilly Norwood is ableist.
the type of robots we want in Hollywood? Right.
Bro, okay, I don't even want to put this. I don't want to even put this out there, but I am already envisioning.
You're so right.
I am already envisioning them creating disabled AI performers. Like this is where we're at, y'all. This is where we're at. Like it starts with Tilly Norwood, okay, a young Caucasian female, which sure, plenty of young white actresses, human ones, but you know there is no bottom. You know that this will be like, oh, we happen to have an AI actress who's in a wheelchair, when it's like, I think you got lipstick on your upper lip. That's exactly what I wanted. Wait, hold on. Do I have something on my teeth? This is how I feel talking about Tilly Norwood. And then, this will be me. This is me in like, I don't know, now. I was about to say in like 50 years. I'm like, yeah, we used to have actresses that were human. I've got my furs on. Just a bunch of animals around. I'm like, and then that Tilly Norwood came along, and that was it. That was it. That was the end. So now I'm here. Just doing this. Might as well be dead. Yeah, Grey Gardens too. I just have my scarf around my head like, I guess I'll milk the cat again. William, is that you? William, is that you? They're like, Will's, no, he's no longer here. He's no longer here. That's a tree. That's a tree. All right. Well, should I just leave this on and see if anyone's like, hey, if anyone else is like, I think you have lipstick on your teeth. Like, no, I don't. Huh? No, you're crazy. There's nothing on my teeth. I'm not even here. None of this is real. And then I just explode. All right, y'all. It is time, probably. What time is it? 8:30. Let me text. Hi, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, actually, I should probably call him on Discord. Because I think so. This is a little bit different because we're playing via the Nintendo Switch. So all day today, if you're like, what'd you do for your birthday today? Aside from finally kill the fly, go to CVS, we set up this sponsor all day. All day, because it involved some technical things, some maneuvering, some technical maneuvers. Did you get a Switch 1 or 2? This is the first one. This is the first one. Sorry, I'm not with it. I don't have the Switch 2. Milo, thank you for the Prime. Okay, let me just make sure. What else did I need to do? Just finished my first Silent Hill play. F. Can we get some Fs in chat? Can we get some Silent Hill Fs in chat for my birthday, please? Please. It's all I want. She still has lipstick. Oh, lipstick on my upper lip. Oh. You know what that's from? I read that as lipstick on my teeth. So that's why I put, it's because of this. Because every time I do this, I just smear my lipstick everywhere. I just realized that's what they meant. Come on. Look. I was getting real heated. Great. So you're telling me that entire fucking discussion, I just had smeared lipstick on my face. You know who wouldn't have smeared lipstick on their face? You know who wouldn't have lipstick on their upper lip? Tilly Norwood. Tilly Norwood would not. Okay, unfortunately, we're gonna have to do that rant all over again. I think that was like 30 minutes. We're gonna have to do it over again. And I'm gonna have to put even more lipstick on my face. LOL, I thought you were just trolling about that. Maybe I was. Maybe this is a continuation. Maybe this is a continuation of the troll. You'll never know. It's satire. Haha. Irony. You don't get it. Did you get a capture card? I did. I did have to get a capture card. Maybe this is AI. Maybe I'm Tilly Norwood. Maybe it's me. Okay. I gotta do one thing. Okay. Gotta post on my Instagram. By the way, this queen. Who's this queen? Oh, Ilhan Omar. Yeah, she's. You know, it is so. I don't know how Ilhan Omar has just deals with all of that. Man, the amount of vile racism that she receives from colleagues, congressional colleagues. It's like this was the shit she's gotten her entire life, and it did not stop. It only probably worsened when she got to Congress. She really is stronger than the U.S. troops. Quick drama alert, Nicki and Cardi are fighting each other through subtweets currently. I mean, come on. It's just another Monday or whatever day it is. It's just another Monday. Nicki Minaj in a beef. Obviously, I'm going to have to take a look, but first I need to post this Instagram. Okay. Live now for a birthday stream. Storm Lancers. Selected ambient. Thank you for the 4 buds. Okay, playing with Lil Naf. Great. Check out your stream. Check. Oh my god, I'm dripping in sweat. Classic. You know what? I have to open this door. Gotta open this door. Gotta. Happy birthday. Thanks.
Running away is easy. It's the leaving that's hard. Running away is easy. Running away is easy. It's the living that's hard.
me try to call William.
Just couldn't help myself falling in love with you.
Give him a call. Yo, Dinko, thank you for the 7 months.
What could I say?
You remind me that my 30s is not the end of my life. Thank you. I'm also crying, have a low-key meltdown. Oh, no, 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 no. No. 30s, it's just the beginning, baby. Oh, he's resting at the moment. Okay, I mean, he told me to call him whenever. He's doing a night raid. Oh, shit. He's in the middle of a Rust battle? Okay, well, I'm still freaking posting this. It takes me so long. Freaking heck. Freaking heck. Live now for birthday stream. Thanks.
The sad thing is we're better off this way. Time moves slow. You can't hear a thing. Time moves slow when you're lost in the dream.
Do you want to hang out with me instead? I'm playing League.
When you wait by the phone. And time moves slow when you're lost alone. To run away is easy. It's the leaving that's hard. Running away is easy. Running away is easy. It's the living that's hard.
Oh, you didn't hear what I said? Oh. I unfortunately can't repeat my answer, and so if you didn't hear it, that's it, I guess. You know, I only say things one time on the stream, and you either hear it or you don't. Shame. Sad. That's sad. Are you good? Are you good? I noticed you've been playing League. Should we checking in? do we need another check-in? Are you coming to chapel with me? Yes, bitch. Also, I have an idea. Okay. What if I know you already did chapel for your concert. I was thinking that we could do dress up. The dress code is pink pony. Well, I was thinking we go all out. You know what I mean? We go all out. We do chapel looks. I am down to go all out as well. Like all out. I'm talking when I went all out to see Lady Gaga at Lollapalooza after my senior year of high school, and I thought everyone else was gonna be dressed up, and they weren't. So it was just me and my friends at Lollapalooza. I was wearing 6-inch heels. You want to be the Statue of Liberty? Will you paint my booty? I will paint your booty. Okay, I was also thinking Statue of Liberty, so either we're both Statue of Liberty or I have some more ideas. The one that I really want to do is I really would love to do the suit and armor look, but I don't know how. The night look, this is so sick. But I don't know how to get a full suit of armor. Where do I get this? Because this would be insane. Do you think I should reach out to cosplayers? Is that... Yeah, I feel like Amazon, I would look so cheap though. You know, I would want this to be legit, not some little rinky-dink. Will has been looking to buy armor for years. That is true. That is true. Okay, I'm gonna message. I should message Peach and Jessica because I'm sure. Oh, also Stella Chu. She's great. Yeah. Okay. Cutie's gonna do Statue of Liberty. I will paint your booty. I want to do the night look. The Joan of Arc look. I have enough time. Because it's October 10th. I'll be so sick. I know. I know. There are LARP websites, but you should talk to cosplayers about foam armor and stuff because you can make it look like the actual costume. Happy birthday, Caroline. I usually only get to watch VODs, but randomly woke up super early today, so can chat. Oh, well, thanks for popping in. Your streams are wonderful. I gotta do another morning stream one of these days. The sleep schedule's been real bad again, so I have not been able to. Get my ass up. You're gonna be sweating hard in that. You know what, though? It's worth it. Okay, Will. Oh, William. William.
Hi, Caroline.
Hi.
All right, so to do this, you need to start the game on your end, and then you need to send me a Discord, and I pull the Discord up on my screen, and then I come play with you, right?
Okay. So I started on my end.
By the way, everybody now, happy birthday to you.
I don't know why I expected to hear more voices.
Happy birthday.
Wait, now I do.
To you.
I hear the voices.
Happy birthday, dear Caroline. Happy birthday to